Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of Turn to Me by Tiffany Snow, performed by Angela Dawe. Prologue. Kade Dennon rose silently from the bed, the brunette next to him still sleeping. The moonlight that filtered through the blinds on the window provided enough illumination for him to find his clothes. After he'd dressed, he retrieved his holster and gun, attaching them firmly to his hip. He ran his fingers through his thick, dark hair, the locks tousled at the hands of the brunette. Pausing for a moment, he frowned in concentration, trying to remember her name. When it didn't immediately come to mind, he shrugged, grabbed his leather jacket, and quietly let himself out of the woman's apartment. Outside was bitter cold, December having hit Buffalo hard. The streets were empty. The snow and freezing temperatures had driven even the panhandlers and criminals inside. For a brief moment, Kade longed for a cigarette. Despite having kicked the habit years ago, the cravings lingered. He slipped into his car, the engine of the Mercedes coming to life easily despite the weather. Kade's watch signaled the hour was getting late, but he pointed the car in the direction of downtown. He had an appointment to keep. A short while later, he parked his car on the street outside a tiny bar, the neon sign blinking tiredly in the night. Pushing open the door, Kade stepped inside. The smell of beer and stale cigarette smoke permeated the air. His gaze swept the room. The place held only a few patrons. Two men sat at the bar, nursing beers and avidly watching the television hung on one wall, bleeding out some kind of sports program. Another man sat alone at the far end. The bartender, his sluggish movements betraying too many years doing the same work, looked up, saw Kade, and quickly looked away. A shadowy figure sat at a table in the far corner. Kade rested his hand on his gun as he made his way through the bar past empty tables. He slid into a chair across from the man waiting for him. Neither of them was seated with his back to the door. When Kade saw who awaited him, he relaxed.
"Donovan,"
Kade greeted him.
"Didn't know they were sending you."
"Dennon," the FBI agent replied.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?